So it's the off season for me, and especially like a really major off season since I have surgery coming up. I'm not quite sure when, but it's coming. And I've got a way longer downtime than I normally do, and it seems like travel is going to be changing a little for me, so I have a lot less of it. So I can be a little stricter diet-wise, like we spoke about. And since this is something that you work with people on, and I feel like you know, you've got a lot of the same background as me, and I want to dial in a little bit more than just some of the stuff I've done in the past that I've gotten some success from, because I end up just losing focus, and it's my fault with not enough guidance, right? And so I think having you available and in town will be a big help.
Yeah.
So what type of plan do you think I need to follow? What do you think is going to work best?
Well, since you're still an athlete and you want to maintain performance even in your off season, strict just means to me being consistent.
Right.
So we've just got to come up with a balanced plan, and we make adjustments based on how that responds, because everyone's going to respond differently. But you know, your size, the amount of muscle you have, you know, you need more protein. But since you're leaning up, we're not gonna need a lot of carbs, but we want to use them for performance. Okay. So we just start with the baseline, and that's how I do with everybody. And you know, we adjust week to week.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm sitting about probably 280 right now. Season's over. I feel soft, and I can train the best I can.
Yes. Right
now, you know, I don't think I'll have any problem doing 3 days a week, you know, in the gym, and probably, you know, easily I can do 3 days a week of cardio, like we spoke about. So at 280, where do you want to see protein?
280, you know, there's there's information about twice your body weight.
I've done that in the past.
That's so much protein. It's way more than you ever need.
Gross.
Yeah. I think anywhere from just about a pound of body weight is enough.
So a gram per pound.
A gram per pound.
All right.
And so I think we talked about starting with just 300.
Okay.
You know, I like round, even numbers. Just
it makes sense.
Retract, and then start from there.
Yeah. So I'm going to be using, you know, the simplest way to do this is MyFitnessPal. It's the most accurate way, you know, for ease of use.
Yeah. When you input stuff, they already have, you know, foods that.
Yeah, because I'm still going to have to realistically go out to eat for work, and I'm still going to have to, you know, behave. And on those days, I'll just kind of build around those meals, because I typically know where I'm going to eat.
Yeah.
And
what to order.
Yeah. So, now what I've done in the past has tried to be more of a ketogenic approach.
Right.
And so I've tried to keep carbs really low, and you want to go a little different route than that.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to use carbs as fuel.
All right.
So when you're working out hard, you want to use them. You want to earn your carbs.
All right.
So on the days you don't work out, you don't earn it. You don't need them.
Okay, so on training days, you want to see me around?
I think let's go about 200, 225.
Okay, 225.
You know, depending on how, you know, if you're going to do a heavy leg session, but you won't be doing too much of that.
Yeah.
You know, if you're doing it 2 hours, then we might bump it up to 250, 300 carbs. But
see how I react.
Yeah, but we're going to start with around 200, 225.
And on non-training days?
As close to zero as possible.
Oh, so just gut them.
Just gut them.
Oh man, so I'm just going to train.
I would just train more. I mean, I love to eat.
The smartest, I
love to eat, so I'd rather just train more.
So I can eat more. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. That's a way better plan.
Yeah.
And then fats, you want to see. I mean, shoot, with the ketogenic stuff, I mean, hell, I've been upwards toward 300 grams.
Yeah, I mean, true keto is really high fat, and
you shit a lot. Yeah, that goes for you.
It doesn't smell great.
No, it's bad news.
But I keep it relatively about 10-20% of calories, so we're gonna keep it at, you know, under 100.
Under 100. All right.
About 80 to 100.
Can do. And so, on non-training days, do you want to see the fats up or down compared to the carbs?
Fats go up, carbs out.
All right. Yep. Carbs are out, fats go up a little bit.
But it's still, you know, less calories than on a training day.
Right. Yes. Okay. That makes sense since I'm not burning them. And just so I'm clear on definition, I'm really bad that if I can find a loophole, I'm going to exploit it and cheat it and say like, well, this is what they meant. I trained. So training day. I mean, and that's not if I did cardio or if I did some conditioning. training day is a hard workout.
Hard weight workout.
Okay.
Where you focused on strength.
All right. So like we did today.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. So your
sense.
circuit, Tabata, fasted cardio, hit. That if you only do that, that does not count.
Right. Unless I'm in here for an hour.
Yeah. I mean,
Diet.
we're using those to burn calories,
Okay.
burn some fat.
Okay. So strength workout days.
Strength workouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I could do that. And I mean, any proteins you think better than others? Any fats better than others?
I mean, protein-wise, I think they're all good. And I just like the combination of everything. But also, you know, you want to use foods that you're going to stick with.
Sure.
And that you like. You know, you might like chicken
A lot.
thighs better than chicken breasts.
For sure. A little bit more fat
A little more
to
fat, they taste better.
Yeah.
You know.
But I can
so-
also mix the two.
Exactly.
That's, you know, I
Mix
can
the
chop
two.
them all up together and put chicken thighs
Yeah.
with chicken breast, and it makes
Yeah,
everything.
so we're not going to get all the bioavailability, amino acid breakdown. Just eat.
So where I'm at right now, let's
Let's
do this and stick to it and
Yeah,
see where we're at.
I don't want to give you 100 things to worry about
Okay.
when 10 is going
Right.
to make up 90% of your diet.
Yeah, and until I can get fancy enough that I have someone show up and cook all these meals
Yes.
for me.
I mean, ideally, we eat sushi every day, right?
That's just what we need. It would be great. I could do it.
Yeah.
That or Taco Bell. I don't think Taco Bell is terribly macro friendly,
Yeah.
but it's so good. I think I could eat Mexican food or Taco Bell almost every day. But awesome. So that'll fucking help, man. And yeah, I don't have any reason to not go for it. I don't have a thing coming up that, you know, I need to be prepared for. I've had other years where we end up having an early season competition or something like that pops up, and so I can't. You know, I've got an excuse.
Right.
You know. And right now, performance isn't the goal. I can't even tell if performance is going to be good because of the knee. So I may as well find something else to focus on.
Right, and this is, you know, 100% in your control.
Yep.
It's going to make your off season, you know, more productive and set you up for a better in season.
Right.
Because the leaner you are, the more you'll be able to eat and you know, train better into your in season.
Right. And that, you know, that's
That's where all the work is done in the
right.
off season.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. Because I mean, once I get in season, I mean, you know, for a normal year, if I'm going to do 20 games in, in 6 months or so, I mean, it's basically every weekend. And so,
Yeah.
I mean, that means I'm leaving Thursday or Friday, and I come home Monday or Sunday. I mean, so it's already a short week of training. So all the strength has to be there, and you're just trying to maintain that. Because I need
it's all
to
about
throw.
technique by
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
You know, trying to put those tools that you've built to use.
Yep.
And as far as diet goes, practice what you preach, right? And what the advice I give to people is always really simple. People coming to me for diet stuff are in a much worse spot than I'm at, and so, you know, whatever advice I can give them is just, I mean, today you're gonna eat. You know, whether you had time to work out or you had time to do this, you're gonna eat today.
You're gonna eat. Yep.
So just don't eat shitty stuff. That's you
Yeah.
know. So just make good decisions that meal.
Yeah.
I almost have to treat it like a recovering addict, where it's just, you know, make it through today, and then
Yeah.
if I can make good decisions today, I'll be better. I can handle that meal tomorrow. Just get through those cravings of whatever's stupid today
Yeah.
and be good.
But I think the two biggest keys is consistency and just keeping it simple.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
like we talked about, it doesn't matter which protein, just pick a few that you can stick with.
And I mean, one of the things I've always liked, and I always feel better, is eating, you know, quality foods, right? And so I really like that the foods on my plate, that I can actually, I know what all of them are. Like, I know what rice is.
Yeah.
You know, I know stuff that has 1 or 2 steps away from how it exists.
Exactly.
Now, as far as nutrient timing right now, you said you kind of want me to keep them around.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, like I said, carbs are fuel. So if you're gonna have a great, you know, hard workout, you want your training, you want to maximize your training.
Okay.
So you want to use carbs the right timing, so that your training will be at a high intensity, you can last and be strong. And
It makes sense.
it makes it, yeah.
It makes sense. So don't hoard all my carbs.
Don't hoard
have,
on one meal
a big bowl of cereal
before
at
you
the
go
end
to
of the
bed.
day.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not the
But
idea.
then again, don't worry about how many minutes before workout and
yeah.
how many after.
Well, with my schedule, I don't know,
have to. It
because
doesn't
a lot
matter.
of times I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna work out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that works. Awesome, man. Awesome. So I'm really looking forward to working with Andy over the next off season, especially that he's in town. So you guys are probably going to see a lot of him.
Yes.
He's working on me also doing massage therapy and trying to unglue some of the busted bits I've got. And we're trying to learn some more about that. See if we can't help try to fix some mobility stuff for you guys that big guys struggle with. You know, some self tips. So hopefully you guys are going to see a lot of Andy. Andy's going to be starting up his own YouTube channel pretty soon, and he'll be traveling around lifting some weights and hopefully smashing some records up here in the future. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed that.